starting off, Apple starts off with the App Store actually, and the App Store they are coming out with this new feature, the Apple Arcade. We talked about this a few months ago. The Apple Arcade is going to be like a singular library that you pay a monthly subscription for. Essentially like Netflix, but for video games. You pay a monthly subscription, and then you have this access to this library of games. And it's they're going to be they announced some exclusive titles from like Konami and from Capcom, uh, and they are also talking about what was it? Oh yeah, and the essentially, like we discussed before, it's kind of to circumvent that whole people on the App Store only want to get free apps. They don't want to pay for apps, and when people take a long time to or take a lot of time and effort to make video games, they often don't want to put a free app on the market. That they want to, like, the regular video game system, you pay money, you get the game, and this is kind of like the compromise there. And called Apple Arcade. They announced that the pricing is going to be $4.99 per month for the whole family plan.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. I wonder how many how many either accounts within a family, or do you know how many can be listening at a time, if that's the limit?
Um, Depending, or I don't know much about the Apple ecosystem, so I'm not sure how big the family plan can include. I would hazard a guess that it's going to be around five devices.
Oh, okay.
Usually family plans are five.
Yeah. 4 to 5.
Sometimes, like Nintendo has, I think, up to 8 for their family plan.
I think Hulu's like 4 screens.
4 screens, yeah.
And Disney's gonna be 4 screens.
So, yeah, somewhere in there is probably going to be the family plan. But I'm sure if we were in the Apple ecosystem, we probably would know, because we might have a family plan set up already. True.
At any rate.
But yeah, they had
that does sound interesting. And so Konami, is that a big gamer name?
Konami, actually, you probably heard of Konami from me about the PT trailer.
Yeah.
And
I think I played that.
Konami and Kojima, Hideo Kojima, and yeah, we played the PT. Konami was the company that Hideo Kojima worked for before he got fired. Okay. And then he made games like Metal Gear Solid, and he was going to make the new Silent Hill game, which everybody is anticipating, which the playable trailer was. Yeah. And
it didn't happen.
And now they have the Death Stranding game coming from him.
Okay. And
Frogger, yep. So they had like a little preview here of the Frogger game that they had going. Simple, a little fun little game.
I see.
Looks pretty good. And then they had another game that they were mentioning. Into this underwater kind of game.
Oh, I do remember seeing that on the screen with it looked like astronauts, but maybe octonauts or.
Yeah, it's like you're the last survivor. It looks cool though. Like the graphics, it looks pretty cool. The games look like quality games that you'd be getting for like they look like $5 games, like if you could pay for them.
This is, I don't know if this is at all true. This is my impression that Google and Android people, computer people that are not Apple, tend to be more gamer types. Apples aren't really used for gaming, so the people that would likely do Apple Arcade like that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of gamers that use Apple devices. There's a lot of non-gamers that use Apple devices, but there's a very big audience of mobile gamers that that kind of span the spectrum of gamers and non-gamers alike. And I think mobile gamers is actually the biggest audience of gamers by number.
Yeah, and they did show the one game on the tablet, which is sort of a mobile device.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
showing it on the tablet because the new iPad, which they announced later, is like a better processor and things like that. But these are be phone games just as well.
Okay.